Think back to your kindergarten class. It's right before Thanksgiving. You're sitting there, coloring your hand-traced turkey, while your teacher is telling you the story of the very first Thanksgiving. One of the most memorable characters is Tisquantum, better known as Squanto. Squanto was the main reason that the Pilgrims made it as long as they did. He taught them to hunt, how to fish, how to plant their own food. Without him, they would have died in that first winter. Squanto has always interested me since that very first kindergarten day. I always wondered why he helped the Pilgrims, where he came from. And I started researching more and more. Earlier this semester, I gave a research presentation on Squanto's life. Through that research, I learned many things about Squanto that I didn't know before. 3 unknown aspects of his life that you're not taught in kindergarten is his captivity in Europe, the decimation of his tribe, and his attempt to start a war between the Pilgrims and the natives. So according to World History Encyclopedia by Joshua J. Mark, he was captured with 20-some-odd other natives and taken to Europe by an English explorer, Thomas Hunt, in 1614. He was first traded to a Catholic priest in Spain, and after that he was sold to many other people around Europe. He finally escaped and made it to England, where he was able to learn the English language, and he also learned the art of shipmaking. This is where he was able to find work as an interpreter, and he was able to find passage back to his homeland with another English explorer, Thomas Dermer. We will now talk about the decimation of his tribe that he found upon his arrival back in his homeland. According to an article on Mayflower 400, Squanto returned to his homeland and found his tribe completely gone. While he was gone, there was an epidemic of smallpox that swept through the northeastern region and wiped out hundreds of thousands of people. Because the Native Americans were not used to European diseases, their immune systems were not ready to fight that kind of thing. And so it just completely wiped them out. Whenever he learned that his tribe was gone, he was captured by the Wampanoag tribe, mostly because of his involvement with the English trader, Thomas Dermer. This is the famous tribe that's known for the feast with the Pilgrims. So now that we have seen the decimation of his tribe, we will look at his attempt to begin a war between the Pilgrims and the natives. So according to an article written by Andrew Littman in the Yale University Press, after the feast, the Thanksgiving feast, he began plotting against the Indian tribe. He began telling them that the English was going to attack them, and he came up with such elaborate stories as the English having the plague hidden in barrels that they could unleash at any time on the Indians. In this time, he also tried to get gifts from people that followed him, and he threatened those that opposed him. Many believe that he did this in order to take over the Indian tribe, and it's important to note here that he had a very close relationship with the Pilgrims. Massasoit, the chief of the Wampanoag tribe, heard about this betrayal and wanted Squanto executed immediately. So Squanto was able to take shelter with the Pilgrims until tensions eased. Many months later, Squanto died, presumably of an illness, but many historians nowadays think that he was actually poisoned because of mysterious circumstances surrounding his death. So through learning about his captivity in Europe, the decimation of his tribe, and the war he tried to start between the natives and the Pilgrims, I hope you've gained a better understanding of Squanto's life and the context behind the very first Thanksgiving. Although he was far from perfect, we could all stand to learn of the resilience he had in the face of tragedy.